escaped and or left the asylum by way of giant crow, an unusual form of travel, even in the medieval times, even in fantasy settings. And yet here you are, in apparently what is Lordran, the land of ancient lords, in the company of some strangers that you just met at a shrine, crumbled and decayed, little more than ruins that offer some shade. And you awaken the next morning after a long rest.
Wait. Helpful information. He just said long rest.
I am getting a bunch of echo from you.
There are many U's here. Which U do you mean?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Echoes?
Yeah, it's like it's very short echo, not like what we heard from Cheesy and me.
Does anyone else hear it?
It's echoing through
It's
Sreli's mic.
slightly.
Okay.
What?
Push to talk is our friend.
Alright, let me, hold on. Okay, how about that?
So far, so good.
I still hear
Yeah.
it from you, but screw it.
And so you awaken after a long rest. The sky looks exactly the same as it did when you went to sleep. It's as if the sun did not move.
So much for a bright, shiny morning.
Oh, it is a bright, shiny morning. More or less. It's a bit overcast, but mostly sunny.
Oh. So much for a dreary, cloudy morning. Do we see any pathways? I can't quite remember the two that we met detail-wise, or if we had kind of made a plan of where we were going to go last time. Anybody else?
Don't think we had. If you scroll up, I think you can see the two bozos that we met. One was like a fat friar figure, and the other one's the wasn't he like kind of cynical? Like,
Indeed.
okay.
Crestfallen, you might say.
And then I had that weird dream that I may or may not forget.
A quick note. Last week we talked about doing human things might preserve your humanity or gain you some more. I'd like everyone to keep in mind your alignment and use your alignment to kind of help guide your character's actions. I'm going to be considering that as far as humanity goes.
Whatever.
Will do.
Has everyone caught up on their rest?
Well, I've got a bit of a crick in my neck, but otherwise I'm all right.
Oh, I'm feeling good after that. Oh.
Yes,
Good long
quite
rest.
well.
So, we're off to now?
Maybe we can ask these people for directions or advice. They mentioned bells.
They mentioned what?
Bells.
Yes, chubby samurai without a helm. Is there a direction perhaps we should investigate?
Who are you addressing?
The guy who
on the
looks like he's
left.
wearing samurai armor but no helmet?
The guy on the left.
I can kind of see what you mean. So you approach the goodly cleric. He turns to you with a closed mouth smile on his aged face. Like, this guy is well into his 40s, it would seem, maybe even 50s. And Ah, you've awakened. Good morning. And what is it I can do for you today?
Know of any bells around here?
His brows lift. Bells, you say? He looks down in thought for a moment and then turns his head to gaze upward. If you follow his gaze, you see that there is a stone building up on a nearby hilltop, very nearby, in fact, but well out of reach, quite high up. And on top of it is a bell tower. And he points, might that be the one that you're asking of?
Aye, it might be, it might be. Do we see
have
any
your-
sort of... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do we see any sort of trail heading off that could possibly wind up around any obvious path?
From where you are currently standing, which would be through this archway, there are... It's a little bit maze-like inside these rooms. There's a lot of corners and paths that might take you where you want to go, but you're uncertain, as you have not explored them yet.
Okay. And to the other sides of this clearing, does it kind of look like that's the only way we can go?
No. There are potentially many ways. There's a lot of corners, like I said.
Have yours
I
been
just meant, was there like a cliff or anything that barring us from travel in any other direction?
Oh, yeah, okay,
100%
alright.
we can go anywhere.
Well, okay, so I take it you're walking around and having a look.
Yes.
Okay, so from the bonfire here, you can see that there's like these stone stairs looking things. This is like a little, like a mini auditorium, whatever you want to call it. Like a little... Yeah, anyway.
Amphitheater?
Yeah, that's the word, yes. And walking around, this is like... There's a tower that goes down from here. Like, you're standing at the top of it, right? There's some stairs around this side that leads further down in a circular fashion. If you proceed...
So we should watch out for ring wraiths and hobbits.
Sure. If you proceed that way, there is a ledge that leads to what looks like a bridge. And beyond that, you can see... And as a matter of fact, when you came in the clutches of the crow, you were able to look down and see a vast city of stone in this direction. And it looks like if you head that way, that's where you'll end up. Another way, if you proceed out the back, you look down upon a very large graveyard. Just like so many headstones. They're kind of crammed in, as if they were running out of space. And they probably were, because looking around, there's not all that much room. This place is pretty much built on the edge of a cliff. There's not a lot of room. That seems to be the ways to go. However, over here, proceeding further back into the ruins, there are two empty doorways that seem to just lead to a pit. It's a bit unusual.
Well, I don't know about you fellas, but I'm kind of thinking we should try to head toward the bell tower.
The bell tower's probably in the city.
You note that this fellow is eavesdropping, and he has a slowly widening, kind of sadistic grin.
Well, that's just not right.
What is he staring at?
It is Hemura and Common.
Common.
As they're having this conversation.
Can I would like to sit down beside him with a hearty plop, if you know what I mean.
Sure, you do, and he looks immediately uncomfortable and shocked, and he leans away from you with like this scowl of distaste.
I ask him, why the long face? What have I done?
I've been sitting here minding my own, but you saw fit to invade.
Why do you consider it an invasion?
Do I know you? Do you
You
know
could.
me?
You could if you want to.
You see, in polite company, one would at least introduce themselves. Then again, we are all doomed to the same fate, are we not? I suppose the little things don't matter.
I suppose you could say that, and I thrust out my hand, handshake gesture, and I say, my name is Vincent, and you might be?
He slowly extends his hands to take your own, and shakes half-heartedly while looking you in the eye. And he says, your name and my name, neither matter, for they'll all be lost eventually to time, when we fail.
Why do you assume that we will immediately fail?
And he grins for a moment with a twinkle in his eye. And he says, it's so obvious that you're new here. It's almost cute. Amusing, at least. Well, listen, I've been here a long time, and I've seen others come and go, up the mountain path, never from a crow, mind you, but I doubt it'll make a difference. They all end up the same. And do you know where they are now? And he looks over to the city. In there, without their minds.
Have you ever thought that any of that could change?
I've tried, believe me, and I've barely retained my sanity through it all. No, I think I'll stay here and watch. At least it's a little entertaining.
So you endure just to laugh at other people's pain and failures?
He smiles as he looks up to think about it. That's actually not far off the mark. You're a wise man. Why don't you stay for a while? Perhaps you'll come to enjoy it as I do.
I'm sorry, friend, but the difference between you and me is that I live through hope, and I hope to see a better world than the one I live in now.
And it seems like a bit of a downer here with you, no offense.
Well, I'm not forcing you to stay.
What is your
That's why we're
name?
going to go.
I am Hembura.
Hold on 1 second. I got to walk away. I'm going to help Cheesy change her name.
Okay.
What do you mean?
He looks at Himura.
What are you talking about?
At the
And
bottom,
his-
we all have our character names, and yours is still
Oh.
Brianna.
Oh,
So
okay.
here, you just type in Daenerys.
Okay. Is that a big deal?
Well, it's just so everybody can remember the character name.
Okay.
I got saying. I figured I'd help.
You gotta do it
Okay.
every time. I do it every time,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Or I only had to do it once.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yep.
Well, we can all be you.
All right, that's better.
So he looks at Himura, his brow furrows in concentration, and there is like this brief look of confusion and panic on his face as his eyes kind of search the ground. And then his face hardens. I said before, names don't matter. I don't care to know yours, nor will you know mine.
Have you forgotten?
His mouth curls into like a snarl. He says, I've decided I don't wish to speak with you anymore. And he turns away.
Well, in that case, my name's Common.
So you said that you endure just to watch other people fail, correct?
That is what I said. But he holds up a finger as he smiles at you, Vincent. He seems to have taken a liking to you. And he says, I do have something that I would like to share with you. A bit of wisdom that I that I give to all who ask. And he clasps his hands together as he smiles. I want you to kind of think of this guy as oh god, Ramsay Bolton. A little
I was
bit
just
like
gonna say that.
a little bit like that.
Oh.
So you
Watch
and
your
I,
bits.
you and I, fate of the undead, right? And we're not the first. There is no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum, but it's too late now. Since you're here, let me help you out. There are, and he holds up two fingers, actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. He points to it, and then he points down at the base of the tower. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town, they call it. Ring them both, and something happens, he shrugs. Brilliant, right? It's not much to go on, but I have a feeling it won't stop you. Oh, hope for one. So off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To the accursed land of the undead.
Why don't you join us? Then you can get a front row seat on the entertainment. If I'm to die, I might as well get a good show out of it, right?
He sighs and leans back as he looks up in futility. I don't enjoy this circular conversation. I'm sorry, well, actually, I'll not repeat your name. But I've grown tired of you now. Best to leave me be.
Oh.
I stare looking at him for a couple of seconds, and then I'll stand up and I will walk away. But before I do, I will say, well, if I must die, I hope you enjoy the entertainment, and I hope you have a good one, and may hope actually return to you, sir.
So much hope in one sentence. I hope it lasts you.
Hey, there's a start of your hope.
Here's the hope.
If I have a canteen, I would take a swig from it then.
So we have two options of the two bells. Which one do we want to go for?
I
The
see
the
above.
crestfallen
Wow.
warrior fellow
Yeah.
What?
retrieves a biscuit from a little belt pouch that he's got, like some hardtack. He takes a bite, and as he does so, you notice your stomach growls as you suddenly recall that you're hungry.
I would like to walk up to Petrus of Thorland. Am I saying that correctly?
He turns to you immediately. Ah, welcome back.
Is there any chance that there's some food around here that I may scavenge?
Scavenge? His brows lift. Oh, you need not do such a lonely thing, my good knight. And you'll notice next to him there is actually a lot of, like, supply crates and barrels.
Oh.
And he puts his hand on the top of one and pats it. I happen to sell a stock of rations and fresh water. Would you be interested in making a donation to the church?
Sure.
Very well. But first, we must make a covenant to the gods, to the blessed way of white. It is a restriction, I'm afraid, that I may only serve those who have joined our ranks.
What would this entail?
Ah, it is a swearing of devotion and faith to Father Gwyn and the others of his family.
Wait. I think I need to pull up the whatever
As you
god
hesitate,
stats they are.
his brows lift. Surely you are familiar with Father Gwyn?
I 120% am. Just the past couple of days have mumbled or jumbled my memory. Would you mind refreshing it for me just a second?
He smiles and nods with relief. Ah, of course. It is great Gwyn, god of the sun, who brought us fire and allowed us to emerge from the mysterious swirling dark. It is he who has allowed humanity to become what it is today. As well, it is his daughter Guinevere. Ah, yes. The beauty and goddess of love. We also show her reverence, although most praise is given to Lord Gwyn, as well as All-Father Lloyd. And he clasps his hands in front of him, and he takes on that professor kind of look of someone who enjoys, enlightening others. And like he looks up for a moment. All-Father Lloyd is a great protector and purveyor of medicine. Through him, we have advanced our arts of healing, and it is he who gives our knights the faith and strength they need to fight off the roving bands of undead.
Wait.
Well, honestly,
Sorry. I look at him and I say, of course, I will honor Gwyn and his family. Would you please... Oh, didn't you say that I had to join their ranks, right?
Yes, and he retrieves a holy symbol from his neck and holds it out to you. It's a depiction of the sun. Or rather, it's actually a very simple symbol. It's like a halo. Just picture like a circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like a thin metal disc, hollow in the middle, literally like a white halo in his palm. Place your hand upon it, and swear fealty to the way of white.
I will go ahead and do that.
And you do. And you swear fealty. And just for a second, you feel different. Like something has taken notice of you. And it's kind of unsettling, but then it passes immediately. And he smiles as he withdraws the holy symbol and puts it back around his neck. Very well. Now you may make use of my services. So this guy provides rations and water at the regular price in the player's handbook.
Would I be able to... is the proper way of addressing him now that I'm in this covenant, whatever you want, the way of white, would it be appropriate to address him as brother, or would it just his normal name?
That'd be a good question to ask him, I guess, since you are unfamiliar with these ways of white.
Alright, fair enough, then I will say, Sir Petrus, is there a specific way that I should address my fellow members of the Way of White?
Oh, I'm not a sir. Petrus of Thorland is fine, or Brother Petrus, or Brother. Either will do. As he leans in with a smile. Brother?
I smile and chuckle a little bit and say, thank you, brother.
well, hell, we're surrounded by dead folk. I'll be a brother too.
You wish to take the oath?
I don't see why not. This Gwyn guy sounds like my kind of fella, bringing fire and whatnot.
Ah, he is a fellow to all mankind. And he holds out the symbol to you as well. Go on, then.
I hereby swear my fealty to the Lord of the Sun, or whatever it was that he
Gwyn.
said. Ditto, ditto.
He gives you kind of a doubtful look. The way of white.
Way of light, yes, that's it.
Very well, then. The covenant is made, and you also get that sense of something has changed. But he withdraws the holy symbol and smiles.
I feel the tinglies.
I don't know that that means what you think it means.
I would like to fill my water skin, if I might. The last water I put in it was a tad bit nasty.
Of course, as he pops the top on a water barrel. Go ahead. As long as that water skin is clean, he eyes it for a moment.
Okay, I pull it out and I open it up and I dump out the water, kind of shake it out and blow into it, and then give him a big smile. Clean enough?
Fair enough, I would say. And so you submerge the water skin, getting a refill of what is slightly below room temperature water. But at least it's clear and clean.
Sweet. Oh,
No,
quick
it's not
question,
sweet. It's very bland.
that I meant to ask before we started. Short rests is obviously when we can use our hit die. That's what I rolled earlier for. So I gained 5 hit points. Do I remove one of my hit dice from the counter now, or would it count as we did that earlier and then we rebuilt them?
You guys took a long rest, which I believe is a full recharge of everything.
Yep.
Okay.
And you recover half of the hit dice that you spent.
Okay. Rounding up, yes.
Rounding down, I believe.
Well,
I mean,
I spent
to a minimum.
one, so...
Yeah, to a minimum of 1. Yeah, minimum.
Okay. So that's something that you can check too, Cheesy. I don't know if you took damage last time.
No.
Okay, good.
So, Vincent, you are buying rations off this guy, correct?
I am. How long do the rations, like, how long are they preserved?
Indefinitely.
Okay.
They are
then...
long-lasting trail rations.
And
Do
100
these
silver.
rations affect our HP?
No, but they affect your hunger.
Okay.
I will, and 100 silver pieces is 1 gold piece, correct? Or is it 10?
10 silver. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Petrus actually has a coin purse, and he will deal with you in coin. He gives change and all that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize we had coin. I just thought it was experience.
If you have coin left over, then you have coin.
Leftover.
From creation.
Ah.
I will buy 6 days or 6 rations worth, and then I will fill up my water skin as well. If that's acceptable to you.
Yeah, we'll make water free.
Okay.
I'm trying to find
I will also
what my...
I'll also drink some water, and then I'll take a bite to eat since I felt that hunger earlier, and I am a large person with food needs.
And as you crack open the ration, you behold that within it there is a biscuit identical to the one that the surly gentleman was enjoying earlier.
Is there
That
any-
must have been where he got it from.
I stretch out again after enjoying my meal, quote unquote, and I will, hit my belly a little bit and then say, well, are we ready?
I think I'm going to go ahead and buy some rations too. And since Danny, I forgot his name,
Hamura?
and I don't have that up right now. Yeah, since you neither of you have any rations at the moment, yes?
I actually do have some rations.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I had like 2 days worth, but I decided to buy a little bit more just in case.
Okay. I guess I was the only one without food. I'll buy three days worth of rations.
Petrus accepts your coin humbly, calling it a donation to the church, as he hands out the ration packs to you.
How much was that again?
15
Apparently
silver
it's
pieces.
5 silver a day.
Okay, so a gold and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Well, as I believe we started to discuss earlier, I think we should try to tackle approaching the velvets above ground before we head below. What does everybody else think about that?
I'll agree to
This
that.
is fine.
That is fine. That is, I agree.
Okay, and I can't remember your description before when you were talking about how we could see the bell tower. Was that indeed in the city, or was that on its own, sort of up on a precipice?
From what you can see, it looks like it might connect to the city. Like there might be a path through the city going that direction. Otherwise, you'd have to scale this this mountainside right here.
Scaling kind of sounds like a bad idea.
I would agree.
Yes, I'd rather walk.
Yeah.
Okay, then I suppose I shall start walking in the general direction. The nearest feasible path that I can see that might be leading in that general.
And
Thank you, brother.
I will motion for Hemera and Daenerys to walk forward in front of me, and then if they go forward and walk in front of me, I will wave farewell to Brother Petrus and Mr. Surly as I leave.
As you bid Petrus farewell, he waves to you and smiles. Oh, if I may ask, where is it that you intend to go?
Currently it is the bell tower that looks to be in town.
Yes, the Undead Berg, as they call it, does connect to the old parish. But he looks to you with a deep frown. It is a fallen city, full of hollows now. You'd best be careful, brother.
Do you suggest perhaps a different way?
He thinks about it for a moment. Climbing would be far too risky. Some have tried. I've mended their legs. There is also, or was, a contraption of sorts. Some Astoran creation. He says that with, like, distaste on his expression. He didn't seem to like those Astorans. But it has stopped working. That broke down some time ago, and well... we've no one here with the know-how to fix the thing. Not that we'd like to go up to the church these days anyhow. It, too, is fraught with the undead.
I will clasp Petrus on the shoulder with a strong arm, and I will say, thank you for your concern, brother, and may Gwyn be with you.
And with you as well.
I stroll off.
Who has the Estus flask?
I believe that was Sus.
Hemura does.
Sorry, Hemera.
You might note that today it feels warmer. And if you look upon it, it seems to glow a bit brighter on the inside.
A bit brighter.
Neat. While looking at the SS flask, you might all notice that it's glowing. He'll put it back in around his. I guess you can like a little belt satchel, like a
Pouch.
a thing for potions, essentially. So it's exposed. And he'll do that, and then he'll reach into his back pouch and take out a ration. Rip off. Shall we continue?
Aye.
I think we
Yes.
should.
And whoever is taking up the lead, he'll fall in right behind.
That would be me.
And I will bring up the
Although
rear.
I don't know why.
So Common's in front, followed by Vincent.
No, I'll be in the back.
Common, Hamira, Danny, Vincent.
Yep.
The marching order has changed.
Just in case.
And so you proceed
Don't want boulders rolling on.
towards the city, up in a thisward direction. You're going up a grassy hillside until you get to a carved staircase, right? It's got some old bricks laid into the steps, but this place is just as ruined as the shrine that it leads away from. And so you make your way up those steps, up towards the bridge structure. It's once you get to the top. Okay, so this. Let me see if I have a picture actually. 1 second. I do not. Okay, so this bridge.
Ooh.
This is a big ass bridge with like big arch shapes underneath it, like big gaps, right? And it goes down into a massive ravine, right? But the stairs go up to the top-ish of this bridge to like a little path, a narrow ledge path that's alongside of it, right? And set into the bridge, there is an open archway door that you can pass into, and it's dark in there. You can tell immediately. And as you draw near, you hear the sound of water.
Oh, figures. We just bought water. Well, I guess it was free. Never mind.
Is there anything that we should be wary of for this water? Are there any strange creatures or unruly peoples around?
Well, he said we could hear water.
Yes, you could hear water. You have not arrived at the doorway as of
Oh,
yet. You
really?
can just see it. But there's nothing stopping your approach, so I would assume that you make it to the doorway. As you draw near, the sound of water is accompanied by the mild stench of sewage.
Mmm. Lovely.
Oh, smells like home.
Jeez.
Reeks.
In real life, too.
Ooh.
Damn.
Are we in Antioch?
I don't know what he speaks of.
The GM slaps Matt.
Oh, I hit the nerve. Okay, so we are crossing the bridge, or we're coming up to the bridge? I missed that little bit of where the.
Imagine that there is a tunnel underneath this bridge, right?
Oh, I see.
There's-
Okay,
Yeah, there's a doorway that leads into that tunnel.
gotcha.
An archway.
Well, I guess Common approaches the doorway and peers in to see. You know, I don't know if it's a dark tunnel, if there's any visibility.
It is indeed a dark tunnel. There's no source of light in there, but you have dark vision, correct?
I believe I
I
do.
think I do.
I do.
Let's see.
And yes,
And
Danny should as
so-
well.
As you look around, on the going to the left side of this tunnel, it ends in some metal bars blocking the way, like a divider in the sewer passage. Going the opposite direction, however, it is unblocked. But the water is flowing towards the left.
Oh,
it's
so
not-
it's like a T-junction tunnel?
It doesn't seem to be a junction. There's just,
Mm.
for whatever reason, some bars dividing the tunnel in half.
Yeah.
And the water is just kind of like slowly passing by. It's not rushing by any means. It won't impair you.
Is there a walkway, or is it we have to trudge through?
It would seem that you need to step into this foul-smelling water.
Ooh. Fun.
All right, I pull up my boots to make sure that they are nice and tight, and that hopefully no water will get through. And then I will hold my nose with my fingers, and then I will start walking.
And you begin trudging through the mess. It's not terribly deep, only really about as deep as your ankles, which is kind of uncomfortable as it might get into most of your shoes, unless you're wearing like unusually tall, waterproof boots, which I don't think anyone has. So your feet get soaked in the stank. But down the tunnel, on the left-hand side, you see light pouring in from another archway. It seems to be an exit. However, the tunnel does continue on forward.
Noticing Vincent's trudging through and seeming to get well, can I tell that his shoes are completely screwed in terms of?
Oh, with your dark vision, you could definitely tell that they have changed color.
Then before I fall in line behind him, I'm going to take my shoes off, which might be a very terrible idea, but I'd like to keep my shoes dry if possible.
Fair enough.
And then I will follow him. And I shall suggest at least taking a gander down to the exit where the light's showing.
I would agree, and I would head towards that. But while I do, is there enough room for me to swing like my big weapons, or is it like pretty small?
What is this big weapon you speak of?
Great sword or great maul.
Oh, the maul? No, not comfortably, but the great sword you could possibly thrust with it.
Okay, then
So
I
it's
will.
like, what, 5 foot wide or something?
Yeah. It's very much about 5 feet.
Alright.
Cramped.
Okay.
Then I'll have my mace just kind of like in my belt, just handy, so it's close by. Because I can swing that, right?
Mace? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then I'm going to go towards the light.
You arrive at that archway. It leads out into cobblestone area with steps that go up directly to the right of the door.
Oh.
Is there any place with running water that I could perhaps wash my feet off with?
Are you going out there?
Oh, could I peer around to see if there's any baddies?
Imagine you're standing in a dead end, and the only way out of it is the stairs that go up. So
Oh.
your view is pretty obscured. There's like a side of a building directly in front of you.
Oh. I will cautiously do that.
He exits the tunnel and begins going up the steps. Everyone else?
I will stay a good between 5 and 10 feet behind him and just sort of act as backup.
And I'll keep haste behind Common.
And I will stay behind Common.
So eventually, Vincent arrives at the top of the stairs. You are in a city.
Sweet.
I will show you some images of this place. The type of structure you can see, the architecture. It's very commonplace. There are things like this back home. It's not special. It's clearly made by a human hand, ordinary craftsman. It's very overgrown with vines. There are. It's also like unusually quiet. You don't hear any birds or anything like that. It seems to be a ghost town. Everything is kind of crumbled or cracked. You know, nature's creeping in. that is what you behold. Eventually, the three others, no doubt, join him at the top of the steps, seeing what he sees. In the distance, you can see that bell tower rising up.
Is there any like rain buckets or anything with some water that I could quickly douse my feet off with?
There are some barrels nearby. The contents are a mystery.
I will draw out my my greatsword, and then I will tap the top of the barrel lightly, one of the barrels at least.
Makes a hollow sound.
Oh. I'll just smash in the top for good measure.
And so you pierce the top with your greatsword and pull back, and so that the top kind of gets stuck and pops off. And you can see that the barrel is in fact empty.
Oh. I will continue doing that for all the barrels that I'm guessing are empty.
All of these barrels are empty. It's
Yes.
remarkable.
I had to check. The stench was getting to my nose.
I would not suggest visiting the Great Swamp.
Hey, that's a fair point. Probably wouldn't go so well for me. And is there a clear path to La Belle Tower?
Ha! Absolutely not. This
Oh,
place seems to have been built haphazardly, as if they just kept adding buildings in a hurry, as if they didn't have a city planner. Perhaps the population grew faster than they could, if you know anything about city ordinance.
Wait,
It is a maze.
really quickly. As soon as I realize this, I turn to Common and I say, must have been your people that built this.
Probably.
Sorry, continue. I just wanted to get that jab in.
Perhaps those from the swamp dwell on those words for a moment and wonder if only the swamp people had such building materials to work with, what could they make? But instead, most what you would find is huts made out of wood and vine and thatch and things of that nature. Stone and metal is quite hard to come by in the swamp.
I was trying to make fun of it being built haphazardly. That was my joke. Sorry.
And I was trying to make him feel like it was funny.
I laugh at my own jokes, alright? I don't need your laugh. I can see the bell tower, though, above me, correct? Just kind of like rearing in the sky.
It is far ways off. It's really quite small at this distance, actually. You kind of have to squint at it. But it's the same shape that you saw from the shrine that you were at.
So which ways can we go?
The best thing that it seems you can do is continue walking these crooked streets in a general direction of the bell tower. It is kind of a good landmark to figure out, your positioning. Unless anybody has survival. If you have survival proficiency, then you can tell, which direction you're headed.
I have absolutely
I
no
do
clue.
not.
Yeah, I have Parks and Survival. Check mark.
Danny, just to the right of your stats on the left is a list of like acrobatics, animal handling. Do you have survival?
Hello.
Hello.
I didn't hear what you said, Matt.
Oh. To the right of your stats that are along the left side of your character sheet, if you have it open,
Mm-hmm.
there is a box that has like things like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, and at the bottom is survival. Do you have that checked?
I'm looking.
No.
I knew I should have gotten survival.
Don't worry, I got it, and I got 21.
I just wanted to roll a D100.
Ah, okay. So, Himmer, are you acting as guide?
Oh, I'm just kidding. I have survival.
Yay!
4.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Does it also have a check mark though?
Does it have a check mark?
Yeah.
No, it does not have a check mark.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what he
that
was
means
asking.
it's not yours.
Okay.
You don't have.
So it's not mine.
What do you have checked? Just out of curiosity.
I have stealth, perception, nature, medicine, history, and animal healing.
Okay.
Wow.
Animal. You mean animal handling?
Good old.
Animal history.
Handling, you're right.
I was like, you have animal healing? Whoa.
Wait,
Never heard
I'm
that
I
thinking
one
Harry
heal you for
Potter.
3 crows worth of damage.
Playing too much Wizard Unite.
Right?
So what do I get with the 21 for survival?
You are easily able to figure out your orientation as you wander through the city. It seems you have a knack for surviving in the Anyway, so you're able to lead people in a more direct route towards the bell tower, which gets increasingly bigger throughout the day. But you're in the city for at least an hour, walking
Well-
through these streets.
As an urchin, I believe I have a passive ability to travel through urban settings quickly.
Ah, yes,
Nice.
that is a useful feature. And so, at points, like, a city is a city. There's only so many ways it can be built. And so, to you, Common, as you walk through this place, you start to get the feel of it, the rhythm. And so, there's a couple instances where Himera will say, "It's that way." And you're like, "No, I think it's shorter over here." And it turns out you are indeed correct. As you point out a thing like, "Oh, if you look at the slope this way and that, and the way this building is shaped, blah, it's got to be, there's got to be a path here." And turns out you are mostly right when you do that. And so that quickens the time even further. And so you march, perhaps wearing away some of the stench and muck from your boots as you progress, and they start to dry, and the smell becomes forgotten to you. But as you're going through the streets, a shadow passes overhead. Something large. It's attended by the sound of wind. And it passes over you, too quick to be a cloud. You wonder, what might that have been? And as you perhaps look around to figure it out, suddenly your vision is filled with red as a dragon with red scale lands on a nearby building with a roar, a screech. And those of you with knowledge arcane or animal handling, I'll accept.
I have Archon.
You know that this is a proclamation of power, a display, a posturing moment of the large red draconic thing, as if it's saying, "I rule this place, and I have my eye on you." That is what you pick up as this thing lands on the building, screeches, and stares you down for a moment, before, just as startlingly and quickly as it came, it lifts off again, its talons crunching the side of that building to make some stones rain down as it just tears right through it, and then lifts off. You throw your arm up to block some of the debris and dust, and then you watch it sail through the sky away from you towards the bell tower.
Well, let's go to the bell tower underground. Just kidding.
So, a question. I have my main proficiency is in Draconic. What does that mean? If explained to me, please.
Oh, you speak Draconic. You could talk to dragons.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
dragon folk, because there are sort of in the game half dragon, half humanoid dragons as well.
Oh, nice.
But the dragon in this case did not say anything. It just roared.
It just gave its presence, yeah.
That's correct.
He said, "Yeet."
Vincent will look like to where he could last see the dragon flying off, or if he can still see the dragon flying off. His mouth open and just like, wow, that's gonna be fun.
Yes, I do not think the dragon wants us up there.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to.
Maybe I can calm it down.
If crossing your fingers is a thing in this world, I cross my fingers and show it to her.
Exactly.
I've always liked confidence in a lot.
And she's always liked goat men, right?
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm always horny.
God.
Jeez.
So as a side note here, Common, with your knowledge of all things arcane, including dragons, you took a look at that thing, and it doesn't match what you've heard of the description of a true dragon. It's something else.
Like a wyvern or something.
He's something. Not an ancient dragon.
Gotcha. Bowser.
Don't think that's quite what he has in mind.
Okay, so it flew off. Are we still getting rained on by stone, or are we pretty...
No, that's past.
Well, I suggest we keep on keeping on. And just keep your eye out for more dragons in the sky.
Well, what's there to lose? Only our lives, right?
Hey, we're already dead.
Right you are, my friend. Right you are.
And so you continue, rounding a few more corners. Can everyone roll me perception, please?
Perception is a wisdom.
Yes.
So, honey, in the dice roller, do a d20 and then add whatever the modifier.
Well, that wasn't the
Add
best
whatever
for
the
me.
modifier is that what you just said?
For wisdom, yes.
Okay, hold on.
Unless you have... Oh, yeah. Forgot that I found my mute button to
So
that.
D20 plus 4?
If you have a wisdom modifier plus 4, which would be 18 to wisdom, yes, d20 plus.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was doing it good. Great.
Yep, that's right.
There you go. Good roll.
Nice. That's my girl.
22.
I'm not very perceptive.
All right. Okay. So you're standing in a square. There's a fountain here, decorative. It is it's not running, however. There's just like some stagnant water in there. But you're walking through this place. Daenerys freezes up as she hears something. A scrape of metal somewhere nearby. It echoes, so it's hard to tell which part of the city it came from. But everyone else is caught off guard as rather suddenly you hear the groan of undeath as so many of these hollow warriors emerge from various places in the cities, climbing over walls, appearing on balconies, or just rounding the corner with weapons drawn and shields ready. Some of them are crossbowmen. and they have those knocked and pointed at you.
Really quickly, are there any places that we can use as a choke point or no?
In this city? Or in this square, rather? No.
And
In fact, it seems that the way that you came in, the narrow area leading back, like the back to the alleyway, it is currently blocked off by several dead people.
And how many dead people are we talking about?
We're talking about this corner over here with 4 in it.
Did you put something on the map? Because I don't see anything.
Oh, yeah. Let me jump you guys over to.
I was like, I'm very confused right now. Okay, so we're fighting 11 of them. What about those? What about these things right here? What is that? Just like an alcove?
Can I see where you're pinging? Oh yeah, that's just like a little alcove there. These guys should actually be standing up on these balconies, which should be right there.
And those are the 2
There we are.
crossbowmen?
These are crossbowmen here, the 3 on the bottom. The other 2 up on these balconies do not seem to have crossbows.
And are the crossbowmen out of reach, or are they on
Oh
ground
yes,
level?
they are well up on top of the building there.
Is anyone ranged?
I do have a light crossbow, which I believe does more damage than my spear. I'm gonna have to go over my actual weapon stats with Rem at some point, because when I logged in today, everything was all fucked up, so I've been trying to fix it while we're going.
Okay. Then I will talk to
But
you
yes, I have a crossbow.
once we're done rolling initiative. I will talk to you. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
please
assuming
roll
that's what we're doing.
Yes.
I believe I have a +1. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, I don't know why it rolled twice, but either way, I'm...
Okay. Let's see.
Wow.
This doesn't seem very good.
This is going to be fun for me.
Yeah.
No pressure.
You
Okay,
said
the order has been set, but there is a surprise round in which only the Hollows and Daenerys will go. So the
Okay.
Hollows are going to go first, and they are going to open fire. So let me get AC please from Vincent and Common. Take note if you have shield out or not. I think you had your greatsword.
Isn't it one-handed or no?
A greatsword? No, it's two-handed for sure.
Oh, rip. I made a mistake then.
I don't even own a shield, but I've got leather armor. Is that just 11 AC? That's what it seemed like it when I looked up.
Yeah,
So I
11.
think I've got 11 AC and no shield.
I believe I have 18 AC with no shield. If
Whoa!
I'm correct.
16 without shield.
16? Okay. Do you want me to change that, or...
No, I can just do it in my head.
So wait, how can... Okay. I was just curious, is there a way to unequip it and then to equip it? Or is it just a
It
mental
seems
thing?
like if it's on your sheet, it's automatically included somehow. I'm not sure if
There's
you
a
can
little.
toggle that.
There's a little. It looks like an eye to the right of all of your equipment. If you click on that, it'll open up and you can uncheck it.
We'll keep it mentally because
So a bolt is going to pierce Vincent and also Common. That'll be Vincent and Common damage respectively. The
Am I
two
the
guys
2 and
over
he's the
here
4?
though. Vincent will be 2, Common is 4.
Okay.
They withdraw from their belts these little black spheres, seems to be of clay, and they hurl them at you.
Of course, I don't have acrobatics.
Oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. Hold on.
2d20. Ooh.
They're rolling with disadvantage due to the rain. Chimera, though, I think is going to get hit with one of these.
Oof, that's a rip.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I can't see the turn order. It's not working for my screen.
I don't think he's input it yet.
Oh, I have. You guys don't see it?
I can only
we
see
just-
the...
I do.
This
It only
guy's-
shows the zombies, though.
Yeah. And
That's
it only shows
unusual.
one zombie.
Okay, hold on.
Now
There
he's
you go.
Fixed?
There we go.
Ah, very good. Let me update those numbers.
There it is.
I was gonna say that's even worse than I thought.
So you rolled ones for all of them, correct?
There
Okay.
we go.
So, they hurl these black spheres, right? When they hit the ground, they explode in a burst of flame. Himura gets hit with one directly and is ignited. Well, it's supposed to be 1d4. But 3 fire damage as your robes are on fire. And it does not go out immediately. The other one just impacts the stone near Common and bursts. Goes out. Daenerys.
I get
Oh,
no
these are
fucking
gonna-
reflex save or anything?
No, they just rolled a hit. So these are
Sick.
going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to double move, actually, as they just rush at the lot of you.
Okay. Oh.
Damn.
They're armed with a variety of sharp implements and crude shields and ring mail, it looks like, to Vincent, the only trained warrior here. These sharp implements are like battle axes, long swords, things of that nature.
Yes.
Alright, Daenerys, you're up.
So, what should I? So I have equipped is my scimitar. May I use that to swing at them? Because I do have a shield.
Yeah, you can attack. And yeah, that is 3 fire damage for him.
Okay. So what should I roll anything to attack?
Yeah, it would be a d20 plus whatever it says on the weapon.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Nice hit.
Ooh, nat 20.
Dang.
Critical roll. Critical roll.
A direct hit. Let's see some damage on that.
Okay. What do I do to get that?
Let's have a look at
Okay, so you're
Scimitar
gonna attack with your
damage.
Scimitar.
There.
Scimitar. So you get +4 to attack. So you did +3, but no matter what, you still got it.
Okay.
So 1d6 plus 2.
Okay. 1d6 plus 2. Oh. Sorry, guys. Boom.
Not bad damage.
Not bad.
Okay, now I get it.
You cut deeply into the side of the creature, but it still fights on. It doesn't even seem to flinch from the pain. And now we have a normal round. Vincent leading the charge. Or the counter charge.
Alrighty. Sorry, I'm just looking over some things right now to see what I can do. Oh, poop. I need to check something real quick. Okay. Awesome. So switching from my greatsword to my shield and mace would take a full turn, correct?
I think drawing a weapon is a bonus action.
What about equipping my shield?
Well, you can only equip one thing as a bonus action. So, you'd be using your regular action as well to equip 2 items.
Yep. I want to switch to my shield and my mace. And as I do this, I would like to tell my compatriots to get over to the alcoves on the left side to provide cover from the crossbowmen.
Okay.
While trying to enrage the undead by, I don't know, yelling at them to try and draw their attention away from my companions.
They groan back at you readily. Now, you do have a move action left, but if you move out of threat, then they get to free smack. Just pointing it out.
I need to be with my companions, so I'm not. I'm gonna stay by them. If I get closer to one of them, would that prevent them, like, from having swinging room for their swords, etc.?
What was the question?
So if I go here, can she, like, still have room to swing her sword? I just
yeah,
wanna
for
make
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
I just want to make it so that she's not surrounded by people. So I'm just gonna move right there.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, moving on. The Hollows continue their assault as they thirst for your humanity and your souls. We'll do the melee combat first. These guys are gonna shift so they can get more into the action. We'll start with one uncommon and work up from there.
Nice. Not nice.
Looks like a hit on Himura.
What's up? What's happening? Am I getting hit again?
With a battle axe, but it's only a nick for 2 damage. Now I read.
He tried to shoot you with a battle axe.
No. I read their attack bonus wrong, so don't be upset as it gets a little higher. Kamura, I think you have more than 10 AC, do you not?
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 on Vincent and 2 on Daenerys as well.
Make sure you're rolling with advantage, not to fuck ourselves. I'm screwing ourselves over by telling him he has advantage on us.
That's why I tried to get closer.
Why? Because of the flanking?
This is 5e, right?
Yeah. I don't think that you get advantage for that.
So, alright. So which ones are hitting me?
You had this guy attacking and this guy attacking. The ones on the other side of you.
Yeah, they both have advantage.
Really? That I did.
What,
Really?
from flanking?
Yeah, so if a character is flanking in 5e, it has advantage.
That's why I was trying to get closer. So
Yeah, I thought
that
they
couldn't
they
happen.
completely took that out, but
Well, you are the DM. You could always just,
no, we'll investigate that
Might
later.
explain.
We'll roll without it for now. We'll say that
Ha,
the zombies are out of
roll.
practice.
Roll without it for now.
We'll look it up
Yes.
later.
I can tell you how it is or how it works right now.
Sure.
So let's say my character's facing north. He can see these three tiles. Let's say there's a character right over here. These tiles would be flanking.
Yeah.
In front of? Flanking. Flank.
It says that this is a variant, so I didn't plan on using it, so I'm not going to use it.
Here, here.
Flanking is a variant rule.
Whatever.
Okay. So anyway, we have one hit through the shield on Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
A long sword coming in to pierce, and then we'll do 2 on Nick.
So Danny and I got hit for 2.
I haven't rolled damage for Danny yet.
Yeah, only you got hit for 2.
Yeah, Hamura got hit for 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny does get for 4. Another battle axe swinging in. The crossbowmen reload and take aim for combat. They all miss horribly. The bolts just flying wild.
Jeez.
But more alchemist fire is going to be coming in from the balconies.
That's not a mwahahaha, unfortunately. Ooh.
Sadly, with disadvantage, that's a miss. And another miss, as more firebombs explode, adding confusion to what is already a chaotic situation. Common.
I like your pyrotechnics. I would like to, because my interpretation of the spell might be incorrect, but I would like to move to the east so that I'm lined up south of the 2 zombies that are next to Hamira.
If you're going to be moving away... Oh, okay, you're not moving away.
I didn't realize I could move myself.
Move your token? Yeah, totally.
Just saying, if you do that, it'll be easier for these guys to hit you. And if we go over here, like I called out earlier, it will protect us and gain advantage from these guys as well. So, just as an FYI.
Well, I figured that, but I also have hellish resistance, and I was going to try to help take out these 2, since you have 2 people on those 4, and I was going to help out Namira.
Okay, just FYI.
Okay. I would like to cast Poison Spray northward.
Oh, to this guy directly. That one?
It's a 10-foot reach, so to both of them.
I don't think you can hit more than 1 target.
I'm pretty sure
No,
you can.
It just says range 10 feet. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, well, you hit 1 target within range, unless it says it's an AoE of like a certain amount.
Poison spray is 1 creature.
1 creature, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you have to roll
I'll-
that hit with that?
yeah, I'll hit. No, it's just a DC 15.
Okay, so let's do some DC. Oh, it fails horribly.
Oh,
Hey, at
Okay,
least
so
you didn't roll
show
that.
me the effect.
there you go.
Okay, so you spray it with your beam of green. It flails and coughs a bit. Is that it for your turn?
Cantrips are bonus actions.
Nah, it's a regular action unless it says otherwise.
Regular action. Okay, so Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move with some of my remaining movement. And that'll be my turn.
All right, it's going to swing at you as you flee,
Yeah, I should have thought of that earlier.
but it misses. You're too nimble. Moving down, Daenerys.
Okay, I'm going to use my short bow. Let's see.
Did you say you're going to use a sharp bow and melee?
Yes.
That
Yes.
is not advisable, but you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you've got a monster literally on either side.
On either side of me. Okay. Can I move up?
You can move up to your speed, which I think is 30, but if you leave the melee range of a guy, which would be all the squares immediately around him, then
Okay.
they get a free attack on you.
Oh no, so that's not a good idea.
Both guys
Nope.
on either side of you will be able to attack you when you.
But if all you want to do is get out of, range, you can use your action to withdraw, which is kind of like a defensive retreat, but that takes up your whole turn.
Yeah, that's stupid. Alright, I'm gonna use my scimitar again. Right.
So D20 plus 4.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ew.
Yeah.
Your
Ouch.
scimitar scratches right off the ringmail that he's wearing, to no effect. Chimera, you are currently on fire. It says here that you can spend an action to make a dexterity save to put the fire out. It also says that you burn at the start of your turn, which I think would be before you can make the save. And so you sizzle for one more.
Neat. Okay. My character. Although on fire, it's fine. Fucking. He will cast
Nice.
Burning Hand. Maybe. How do I do this?
I don't know.
You asking about the cone shape or?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm not doing burning hands. All right, so I'm going to target that creature and the one right below it. And I'm going to roll the hit on the top one first and the bottom.
Oh, neat. So it looks like you don't need to roll the hit. They just roll a dex save.
Oh, okay.
You note that they are
Wow.
clumsy and slow to react as the acid begins to sizzle right through their armor. Let's see some damage on that. That'd be a D6.
And there is a modifier. Nope, there's no modifier. Yeah, I don't think I get a modifier for that.
So is that it for you?
I think.
And you remain on fire. But perhaps you are familiar with that crisping pain thinking back to your training. Vincent.
So Danny, which of these bad boys do you attack?
Which one have I attacked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had two options at the time that you swung the scimitar. It's either the guy on
These
top or the guy.
guys.
Oh.
Well, is it the guy on top or the one? That one. Okay.
Would I be able to reach him from where I am, or would these two get attacks on
You
me?
can attack any square around you. So yes, you can reach him.
All right. Then I will swing my mace, trying to decimate the entirety of the creature that hit Danny.
Oh.
Okay. So 14.
Your mace impacts upon the shield of the foe as it blocks just in time.
It's a bummer.
Are you finished?
There's nothing else I can do. So yeah.
They counterattack. Bolts are loaded with slow, methodical precision and aimed at the unengaged common. I think
Jeez. What are these
one of them
rolls?
impacts. A bolt pierces you in the leg for 3. Alchemist fire rains down as well, also directed at common. It looks like the 11 is going to hit. For 1 damage. But you are ignited!
I have hellish resistance.
Does that mean you resist fire?
Yep.
Nice.
You don't feel it this round, but you are on fire. I'll round in your favor on that.
Okay, so 3.
No, 0. 0 damage.
But didn't I get shot with a bolt?
Oh yes, the bolt. Yeah, you still take that.
Okay.
Looking for 1 moment. Oh, there we go. There's a little flamey, fiery icon. There. Okay. Meanwhile, in melee combat. We shall do 2 on everyone except common.
Poor guy.
Damn.
Jeez.
Wait, what's happening?
All 3 of you are getting 2 melee attack.
Yeah, let me just check.
Yup.
13 armor class. So one of them is going to hit Daenerys.
Oh.
For 7. It's only supposed to be +1. One of them actually gets through the bulwark of Vincent.
Jeez, dude.
For 3! Battle axe cleaving.
That Hoyt. I don't like it.
One of them stabs Himura quite deeply. Let's see what happens. For 4 points with the longsword. Right through his arm. Common. Common, you are on fire. You take 1 damage.
Is the dex save an action, bonus action?
Yes. It's a regular action, so like instead of casting or attacking, you would stop, drop,
Okay.
and roll. But you take 1 point of fire, and then it's your turn.
I'm going to take my chances with the fire. If it's 1, you rolled a 1 damage. Does that, since I half it?
Well,
does it
I
round down?
rolled 2, so I have to.
Okay, so I took 1. Okay. I'm going to take my chances with being on fire for right now and try to do some damage here. I'm going to catch Eldritch Blast at the same guy that I poisoned earlier.
Okay. There is an attack roll involved with Eldritch, right? Make a ranged spell attack. So since you're in melee, you're going to have disadvantage on that shot.
There's no disadvantage for casting spells in 5e in melee range.
Really? I thought all ranged attack have it.
Nope. Welcome to 5e.
Oh, neat.
Plus-
Okay, then.
It's more than
Blast
5 feet
away.
away from me. I don't think that's
Well-
melee anyway.
Well, what this guy right here is threatening you. That's considered melee.
Yeah, I was talking about the guy that I already attacked last time.
Right, but since this guy's occupying you, it makes it harder to shoot at range. But apparently, spells are not subject to that. So go ahead.
Gotcha. Okay, now I understand. Charisma. To hit.
Dang, nice roll, dude.
That's a big hit.
+7 for your modifier?
I think he has 20 in his relevant stat.
Lame damage.
Oh. Any modifier?
What was the damage? Only 2?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes, I do have 20 charisma. That's why I get so high.
Jeez.
Are you, as far as I'm aware, attacks of opportunity only occur when you withdraw from melee in this
Correct.
version? Okay. So that'll be 2. Daenerys,
Yes.
go ahead.
So you guys want me to pick who I'm attacking? Time.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you said.
You guys want me to be specific to who I'm attacking this time?
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
have to
helpful.
know. Yeah.
You always
Okay.
have to tell.
Okay. So the guy to my right, I am going to use my scimitar again. Feel like I can do this.
Nice, good roll.
Okay.
Get me old slice and dice, lass.
That's all. That's a little better.
You do indeed hit him. Let's see some damage.
Okay.
Four.
Or actually, I
Damage.
did that wrong. Sorry, I did that one. It's this one. Boom. Worse. I should have just.
Well, at least you're honest.
So you manage to avoid the shield and pierce the armor, but not too much effect.
How
Amura,
much?
feel yourself becoming more at one with nature as you continue to burn. For 2.
Alright. My character is going to move and provoke from 1.
He clumsily flails at you, missing.
Oh, I'm actually going to provoke from fucking 3. I think. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Where do I want to move?
Are you thinking about burning hands again?
I'm going to provoke from 2 total. I'm going to go over here. So 1 more provoke of opportunity attack on.
Well, that's a hit.
The long sword goes through your chest,
Oh my
feel the
gosh.
cold steel, as it pierces and withdraws
Jeez.
red.
Blood everywhere.
Sweet.
And And a gargle, he will cast a cone of fire. Let me pull it up.
You're still alive though?
Yep, magically.
1 HP if I ever saw it.
The trademark Burning Hands. Dexterity saving throw.
And that's gonna hit the 3 to my left.
I wouldn't have guessed otherwise. They all fail.
Nice. Finally, some good luck.
Sheesh.
Whoa.
So in order, from right to left. So 7 to the one on the far right, 13 on the bottom, and 8. The one closest.
Nice, good damage, Sus.
It's my last time doing damage.
Yeah, I figured.
This one right here, that has been poisoned and blasted, crumples in a heap of flame.
Nice.
Hey, I softened them up for you.
It's appreciated.
Anytime, Fred.
His garments are running
I'm
red
gonna get
down
that
the
cough
front.
checked out.
Vincent, you're up.
As I take a swing at this one, after seeing what happened to Himura over here with the sword through his chest or whatever body part it hit him, I will retell my two lovely and beautiful companions that we should get to the freaking alcoves. As I take a swing at this one. Jeez.
Oh, let's get to the alcoves. Let's get to the alcoves. Freaking broken wreck.
The
Well, do you
crossbowmen
want to live?
continue to reload. That's a sound hit.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Nice.
I'm guessing you will aim for a wounded target.
I will not, actually.
Oops.
I am going to hit the guy right below me. And I am also going to cast Ensnaring Strike. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. And then while restrained, the target takes 1d6 at the start of its turn.
Has he
Jeez!
survived?
Wait. Against my spell save DC, which is 13. So yes, he has. Dang it.
He avoids your snare, but you did actually hit him with your sword. Or
I
mace, right?
know. Yeah, I just gotta pull it up because I forget how much damage it is.
A mace should be if it's a
1d6
big
plus
mace.
4.
Oh, small mace. Okay, yeah.
Six.
Not bad.
Our rolls have not been
Clang.
great today.
Methodically, the crossbow bolts continue to fire, aimed at Common.
Jeez.
Ouch. And whiff.
Does anybody know if there is a penalty for shooting at an engaged target?
I have no
No
idea.
clue.
Looks like
There
you got hit
is
once.
in Pathfinder, but I don't know about 5e.
For 3. Firebombs rain down once more, aimed at Himura today.
Live, Hamura, live!
Wait, did I take the 7 or the 3?
The 3.
Oh, what was the 7 for? Oh, that
1d20.
was the D20. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
dude really
Hamura's
wanted
dead.
1 firebomb impacts.
Where is this roll?
The double 17?
I have to use the rest
And
of
you
the
have
gentlemen.
to.
I'll be back.
If I had a 17, would that still hit? No, right? It has to get to beat.
It's meet or beat.
Golly.
2 fire damage.
Okay.
Is that boo-bye to Himura?
Okay, going into melee. 2 Daenerys, 2 Vincent, 1 common, and 1.
Wait, so I'm taking 3 damage total now?
You took 2 from a firebomb. I don't think
Okay.
anything else hit you yet.
Okay.
Live sus. Live sus.
A crit on
Jeez.
Vincent.
Shisa.
What the hell are these rolls, dude?
Live long tanks.
Oh my god.
A battle axe into your back.
Oh my
For a big
god.
10.
Rip spine.
Apparently, Ren doesn't want to keep playing this game for very long because he's trying to kill us a lot.
Apparently.
We did too well in the first fight.
Right?
Fuck.
A long sword pierces common for 7.
Oi!
How much health do you have?
What's Himura's
in
AC?
common?
Wait, is that 14 at me right now?
Yes. I see.
I will cast a spell as a reaction.
Got it.
I will be casting Shield. And there it is
I
for you to
forgot I
see.
could do that.
An invisible barrier of magical force appears around and protects me. Until the start of my next turn, I have +5 bonus to AC.
Reacting quickly, you throw up the shield of force. The long sword bounces right off of it. Common.
I would also like to use my reaction against what just hit me.
Oh, do you have shield?
No,
Or
but I have Hellish
something?
Rebuke.
Let's do it. What does it do?
Stuff and things.
Okay, I point my finger at the guy who slashed at me, and he's surrounded by hellish flames.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm looking for the DC. DC 15. Hello,
15. What kind of save is it?
Dex.
That looks like a fail.
Oh. Bleh.
Don't you have a modifier you said?
Okay, so he hits you and then he
No, it's
gets.
just if he fails the save, he gets 2d10 damage.
Oh.
So it's like he hit you and then he exploded. Is that basically what happened?
Yeah, I basically said, "What? Nah, bitch."
Those
The
exact
explosion.
words.
So he erupts in flame after he pierces you. He flails around and then collapses.
Ha-ha!
Thank you.
Good job.
Daenerys.
Wait,
I think
wasn't
she's
it
still in the
actually my
bathroom.
turn now? That was
yes,
a reaction.
Oh.
you are quite right. So did I roll a d4 for you? Hang on. So you don't take any damage from fire because you are bored of it.
Yay.
Your turn.
Okay, Eldritch Blast on. It doesn't put a circle around dudes when I click on it, does it? For you guys when I.
You gotta hold it.
down. There you
Aha.
go.
So Eldritch Blast on that guy.
All right, let's see it.
And he has some damage, right? Because that's the guy that I hit, I think.
He is not wounded.
Oh, no, I think I hit that guy because I was trying to
Yes,
soften
you
up
did.
for
Oh,
you.
I thought that was the guy. Oh, wait,
Nah.
which one wounded?
That was the guy that was wounded.
This one here has been cut twice. It looks like.
Okay, actually, I'll attack that guy. Ah, I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on, I gotta add my modifier.
Or you could just. Okay.
Yeah, it's +7, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Did it only roll? Oh, it did only roll one. Sorry. Okay, so 18.
That's a hit.
I was gonna say if that doesn't hit, I think that's it for me.
Meh.
Mm.
You blast him with the purple energy. It was purple, wasn't it?
Crackle, crackle. I believe, no, green for me, I believe.
Green. Sickly green washes over him. His form writhes and crumples.
Nice.
Daenerys.
I believe she was in the bathroom.
Oh, I thought I heard some noise. I didn't hear her say anything.
Yeah, she said she was going to the bathroom.
Okay,
Daenerys
so-
swings her scimitar.
I mean, that's a good roll.
To great effect on the
Jeez.
wounded enemy, which is here.
Maybe I should just have you roll for me.
Hemera.
I should just write some code to improve our roll.
I'm going
You
to
burn.
cast.
You burn for
Oh,
3.
yeah.
Are you alive?
I burned for 3 this time?
3. A whole D4 came up a 3.
I hit the floor.
Oh, jeez.
No!
You embrace the flame. It comforts you
No,
in
it
warmth
doesn't.
overwhelmingly as you fall. Now, something of note, he's still on fire. Vincent.
Wait. Okay, so is he completely dead, or is he like knocked out? Like, what's Hamura's deal? Do I know or
He's
no?
dying.
Okay, he's dying.
Yeah,
You
if we
just
don't
see him
stabilize
collapse.
him- if
Am
we
I
don't
able to
stabilize-
murder some people before I go help him, or no?
I mean, you could do whatever you could fit in your turn. Do you want to attack and move?
Well, I'm wondering how many turns I have until Hamura is dead.
It's hard to say.
Yeah,
He
jeez.
might stabilize on his own. He might not.
Okay, well,
Are you a physician? Do you have medicine?
I'm checking that right now. I do not, unfortunately.
It's hard to say.
I have persuasion. You can persuade him
and
to
death
tell
is-
me.
Life and death is best.
you're
left
fine.
All right, so I have lay on hands, which is an odd-ish spell, and it says that. Sorry, let me just find where I have it written down. My blessed touch can heal wounds. I have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. So, is that like a mystical pool, or is that like a physical pool? Because
It
I'm not
means
quite sure.
you have a certain amount that you get to use.
It's
I
a pool
know.
of points. It's not
Okay.
literal.
Okay, because I was like, if it's quite literal, we're really screwed.
No, you are not hauling
No, 'cause then you
around
can
a
just
bird
throw the
bath.
pool on the
Right.
bird.
Hello, guys. I'm back.
Welcome back. You
did
stabbed
damage.
somebody.
Yeah, good job. I'm very proud of
Oh,
you.
nice. Sweet. What happened?
Stabby stabbed.
You stabbed
Oh.
somebody.
Yeah.
Stabby stab. Okay.
And then Himura collapsed from being on fire for too long.
So,
Awesome.
oh right, that's the thing I was gonna
yeah.
check.
Is the hollow to the right of Danny? Oh no, that I was thinking wouldn't work. Never mind.
Now I'm gonna try to clobber the one to my left. $13?
Your mace bounces off of its shield.
Gosh darn it! Well, that's all
Don't
I
you
can
get
do.
+6 to attack? Because you add your
Uh,
proficiency bonus and your strength.
I hate myself. I hate myself so much.
Either way, you missed. He deflects it with his shield. Are you
Gosh
gonna
darn
move?
it. If I move, I take damage, don't I?
You take attacks. Damage is debatable.
With how you roll, I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm just
They
gonna
do
stay.
seem hungry. And they attack. Common, out in the open, is gonna take some crossbow fire.
So question, would a 16 have hit them?
I don't have to tell you that. I think 17 hits common though.
Scheiße.
The only reason why is
For
because earlier I rolled a 14 when it should have been a 16 then, because I've been rolling +4s instead of +6s because I'm an idiot and I can't read my sheet. But oh well.
Well,
So earlier it should have been a
That's
16
right.
instead of a 14.
Yeah, so Rip Bard. I mean, Vincent. It's what I meant, what I said. Hey, at least you only take 1 damage. Okay.
more fire bombs explode around common, not hitting it. He does get pierced for 1 from a bolt. And then melee. They advance. Starting with Daenerys and working the way down.
Okay.
One of them pierces Daenerys.
Okay.
For 3!
Gosh
One of
darn
them
it.
also clobbers Vincent with an axe.
Are you serious?
For 6.
Oh my god.
Alright, well I'm dead. Bye.
And the last one flails wildly at common, but he's too quick. That's it for them. Common, you're on fire. For 2 points this time. That's already halved.
Oy. Is the guy who's in melee range of me injured?
He is. He is smoldering.
Well, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him again, I guess.
Go ahead.
Don't forget to put an X over Vincent.
Oh, Vincent, are you actually down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I called that.
I thought you were being dramatic.
No,
So
I was being
Vincent-
120%.
The axe embeds into his chest. His eyes go wide, and he falls over.
Jeez.
So 20.
That's a hit. Damage.
Fuck.
Duck.
Welcome to our luck today.
The
How many times will you
hollow,
die? As many times as you are unlucky.
the green energy washes over the hollow. It shudders, looks like it might fall over, but then lifts its sword again. Daenerys.
The dude on my left. Going to. That's
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Please describe this most horrible of fumbles.
Describe how I suck today.
Yeah, what were you
Yes.
gonna try to do?
I was trying to hit him with my scimitar, and I just completely missed, I feel.
She swung so hard at the guy on her left that she missed and stabbed the guy on her.
Yeah. Damn it.
No, but you did cut off a lock of your own hair.
Oh,
Now, Himura,
took
I
so long to
mean-
grow.
I would say make a save, but you're still taking damage because you're on fire. I think that counts as an automatic fail save, does it not?
I don't know, you want to check?
Let's count it as 1 fail.
Or not.
Alright, skipping over Vincent. Oh dear.
Well, this is fun.
3 bolts embed into the back of common for a total of 14.
I'm dead.
Guys, I think there's a song that perfectly describes what's happening
Today?
to us currently. Let me just find it for you guys. Here, let me
Oh, Danny boy.
Oh, daddy boy. Jeez.
if you check the Discord, I will show you.
Okay.
That describes us right now.
Jeez.
2 of them cleave into Daenerys for a total of 8.
Really though, dude.
Hold on.
We're so dead.
Okay. So it's up to me to keep fighting.
It's up
Yes.
to you to
right now?
kill
But-
5
but
of
you-
them. Or,
But you
sorry,
did just take
8 of them.
8, so if you're still up after that.
Well, what if
The
what if I wanna use a thunder wave? My next go.
yeah, do it.
All
The
right,
fire
but it's
bombers start to climb down.
okay.
Yeah, they haven't
Yeah.
done enough damage. Nah.
It's a DC 14. What do I do with that?
They have to roll 14 or higher.
Okay.
And it's a 10-foot cube, is it not?
I guess.
If you
I think
check
it
the
is.
spell page and hit the gear next to it, it should describe it.
Oh. Here. Let's see. It's a 15-foot cube.
Huge. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So if you okay, there's 4 of them. If you cast the
Yes.
cube as it is now, I mean, if you don't want to hit yourself, you can only hit 2 of them. If you back up, 2 of them get to attack you, but if you survive, you can throw the cube and hit all 4.
If you survive.
If you survive.
Yeah,
Do it.
if I survive. I'm gonna do it.
They suck at hitting.
Yeah, it's not like they've hit us before.
Yeah.
So are you backing up then?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Give him the shocker, babe.
Okay.
Okay.
They miss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
They
Alright.
swing at you as you pull back and drop the bomb of exploding thunderous clap and release of energy. So somebody give me the spell. What is there? Saving throw?
Mm.
What, the one, my spell?
Yes.
Thunder wave.
But is there a saving throw?
A
Yes,
saving throw.
DC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
14.
DC 14.
What kind of save is it?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Two of them pass. No, there's one more. 2 of them pass.
Okay.
So what happens?
The 2 that failed get 2d8 and get pushed 10 feet away from.
Yeah. Exactly what Matt said.
And what about the ones who pass?
1d8, no push.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah.
Wait, do they take half or do they just take?
It's 1d6.
It says the spell I'm looking at says 2d8 on a failed save and push 10 feet from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage
Okay,
and isn't pushed.
so just roll me 2d8, and we'll see what happens.
I might have documented it wrong on your sheet, honey.
Okay, roll you a 2d8.
Yes.
Alright. And 14? Matt?
No, they rolled to see if they could hit 14. You just roll 2d.
Okay.
Okay, one more d8, please.
Damn it. Okay, well, 5 to each.
Damn it.
And then roll 1 more for the other.
For the other guy?
Well, if they take half, then it would be half of 5, so we'll
Oh,
call that
good point.
2.
3.
3 what? What do you think 3?
half of the damage you rolled rounded up would be 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
There's an explosion of light and sound and force. Some bodies go flying. One of them does not get up. This one also falls over from the blast, but there's still 2 remaining. Now, are they knocked down or just away?
The spell says away.
Okay, so they retain their footing. Hamura continues to sizzle, failing another death save. Vincent, you need to roll a save.
What die?
I think it's a D20.
Okay. Also,
You can just click the death save in your character sheet, and it'll roll for you privately too.
Oh,
Okay.
it is a limit. Cool.
And give me another one because I think we skipped you last year.
yeah, you totally did.
All right, so that's 2 passes if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
What? It's DC 15, I think, just flat.
That I don't know.
I think it is. Am I correct there, Mike?
I don't know. You're the DM.
What does it say in the damn book? This instance.
I think it says DC 8.
Nah, I don't. That sounds too low.
You're too low.
Ew.
Hey, I'm a respectable 5'8". Let's not bring that up. All right, go ahead and put 2
Do you have
passes.
some gnome in your
Vincent,
ancestry?
and then we'll go to the zombies.
Alright. I need a 3rd success to live, correct?
Yes, to stabilize.
Hey,
Okay.
since when do hollows move that fast as that guy you just moved?
He's booking it. He's double moving.
Since
I didn't
So-
think they had the wherewithal to book.
One of them stabs Daenerys for 6.
all right,
Oh,
well,
dear.
that's how many nat 20s have you rolled, dude?
I think 2, but 3 bolts are gonna hit Daenerys squarely
Damn it.
for a total of 17.
If
You
she's
are now
alive,
a
she has more health than I do.
Party wipe.
Nice.
TPK, guys.
The bolts pierce you, knock the breath out of you as the battle axe and the long sword cleave your body, and you collapse. Your arm has been severed, but
Oh,
as
that's
you
fine.
as you look at the bleeding stump
Fuck. Yeah.
and pass out, and the rest of you are cut to ribbons, your forms dissipate into the same essence that you witnessed the demon dissipate into. And so you come to your senses elsewhere.
Guess and take away that 1 humanity that I had.
Not yet.
No. Okay.
Yes, you all lose 1 humanity.
Okay, never
and
mind, I
you're
was right.
in undead form again as well.
I've got that tracked for you, Chief.
Wait,
I
again?
know.
Yes, you are no longer human looking. You're now a hollow.
Ah,
Well, I mean,
jeez.
you look dead rather.
Just
And you manifest at the fire. You're a little confused to see at first, wondering what happened. But you find yourself whole, restored. Your arm is where it should be. You're not on fire. You do still have scorch marks on your garment. Clearly something has happened, but you're alive, although you feel a little closer to despair. And as you come to grasp what has happened, you hear, building with enthusiasm, laughter from the fellow having a seat. See? And look, back so soon. The futility of it all.
I would like to, with an enraged look upon my eyes, I would like to grab my great sword, and I would like to impale it right here, right between his feet, right in front of him, and just exclaim that I will never lose hope, even though it may be futile, that there's nothing to keep me to stop from fighting.
Ah, so noble.
Yeah, we're brothers of the light now.
So you step up and Barry, you're great. He gets to his feet as you bring the weapon down, and his eyes are. He looks surprised, but also ready as he looks you in the eye. You know, and you're having a moment of heavy breathing as your anger subsides. It is then you notice the longsword under your chin, which he so swiftly pulled. But as you pull back, he also lowers his weapon. And he tilts his head at you with a wicked smile. Careful now. Wouldn't want people to think you've gone hollow.
Ooh.
If you make me a hollow, you'll be the first one I go after.
Yeah, I hold up my hand, my fingers pointed at the native Estera, readying myself to cast Eldritch Blast if he makes another move
Oh,
against.
jeez. I was going for dramatic, not actual fighting this guy.
I just got out preparing. I didn't say I'm starting to fight.
Alright.
He doesn't seem to notice your gesture comment as he is watching Vincent very carefully. But the tension subsides. His sword is sheathed.
I look to each member of the party and ask if everybody's okay, because I'm still confused as to what.
Ugh,
And
No.
I died before I could see what happened to Danny, so I don't even know.
my arm is cut off.
Is her arm still gone?
No, she's in one piece.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind.
Alright, well, at
Oh,
least I
yay,
have
we're
full health
healed.
now.
Yay.
Dead again.
Damn it.
That was rough.
Well, that didn't work.
As I'm sitting down, I'm going to be rubbing where the blade had pierced my chest or back or wherever I had died from because, death. And after thinking about it, I am going to walk up to Brother Petrus and I'm going to flick him 2 gold pieces and say that's for the church and then walk away.
He clumsily moves to catch them, dropping one. My thanks, of course.
I'll pick it
Oh,
up.
and he sees that you have undead face now. Has something happened?
Nope. Bright and chipper as ever, sir. Brother, sorry.
Best to put your best face forward, as they say. He half smiles before he gives you that nervous look again. Kamen, I mean, no. Hamura, you pat yourself down, making sure you're in one piece. As you do so, your hand falls upon something warm and smooth. You look down. It's the Estus flask, still there and full.
Guess what I couldn't fucking use because I got fucking burning damage.
Well, you can't drink a potion when you're on fire?
Oh, no.
What? That's news.
When it hits me for 3, fucking wrecks me.
Oh, you mean you didn't drink it fast enough? Well, that is not my fault.
So is the gold coin still on the ground in front of the...
Petrus.
Oh, no, he picked it up.
Okay. Well, I was going to be nice, but never mind.
Screw being nice.
Pick up your own cash.
Ready for round 2?
Okay, so I don't know if we want to approach that way again, or if maybe we do. We just be a little more strategic.
Not like the
jumping on
alcoves
it
or
out of
anything.
nowhere.
I'm not sure we're quite evenly matched.
That's a fair point. That is a very fair point. What else is there to do? I guess we could try to scale the wall to our right. Like right up here. I mean, worst thing that could happen is we take damage, I do lay on hands, and then we sleep for a while and I get it back.
Well, we're undead, so laying on hands will actually hurt.
Except one person.
Oh.
could still be human. Daenerys, I believe she has an extra humanity that the rest of us did not have.
You would have no way of knowing that.
Oh, never mind. I have no way of knowing that. Then I completely ignore this wall to my right.
Quit rambling.
Perhaps we can scavenge in the graveyard. Maybe there's something buried.
Right.
I'm torn between liking how you're thinking and being terrified of a bunch of graves when we're fighting dead things.
Oy.
But let's give it a try. I actually think that might be a fair bet. I mean, it's something we haven't tried, and he's right. There might be something there that we could use.
Maybe there's
The rest
nothing.
of you.
Might just be dirt.
Well, the other way is a bunch of things that kicked our arses. Although,
That is the view from the back of the shrine as you gaze upon the graveyard. Absolutely packed with headstones.
Oh.
I would like to carefully make my way down the stairs. Fine, if the rest of you don't want to come, I'm going to check.
Himura will stand ready at the cliff top, like where the character in the picture is right now.
I will follow with my mace drawn and my shield at the ready.
Common, you go down the steps into the graveyard. There is a path of sorts here, a dirt one. It seems to go down the hill towards where the trees are in the back. You pass through a sea of headstones. They're all written in like all the language of the land. All of them that you've ever seen. Astorin, Thorland, Baranike, all the kingdoms are represented here. All the faiths. You see symbol of the Way of White, a few other ones that you may or may not recognize. And you continue going, I would assume.
I do. Slowly but surely.
And you carry on. Oh, you're alone, correct?
Nope, he's got me with him.
Okay, so it's Common and Vincent. As you are heading down the path towards the back of the graveyard, Danny and Hemura are where the character is at. You hear footsteps shuffling up behind you. You turn to see Petrus, who is looking past you with a bit of concern at the two in the graveyard. Do you mean to make way to the old catacombs?
It's a possibility. We didn't actually know that was where we were going.
You are not close enough to have this conversation.
Oh.
This is just for Danny.
I
Danny
thought
and
you
Hemura.
said while they were standing there, we heard footsteps behind us. My mistake.
No, other way around.
Oh?
This is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
In the distance you hear, well, it is certainly a nice little path over here.
Hold up. He'll call out. What is it,
I
Petrus?
thought maybe.
Well, this is a relic of the Way of White of sorts. Some of our most esteemed members rest deep in those crypts. Other visitors who have lost their way, as he surveys the graves, have been interred here as well, although not deep within. The trouble is, this is a land ravaged by undead, and of course, a place where bodies lie is not a comfort in these times. Usually, only the most prepared of clerics and paladins would make their way inside. I have no right to block you from entry, but I would advise that you be careful. Not everything down there is resting.
Come back.
Vincent will
I turn
shrug
around
and then start walking back.
And I'll relay the information back to.
no sense of adventure.
It seems only death awaits us that way.
He
Oh,
looks
it seems
upon Vincent and Common as you guys return. I merely wish to look out for my fellow brothers. I'm here to answer any questions or give advice if you would like.
Which way do you advise we go?
He looks around, thinking it over.
Meaning,
Well-
is there perhaps a place of safety ahead, or I can't think of how to phrase what I'm asking for.
His
But yeah.
brows raise. This is the place of safety, brother.
Well, we cannot stay here for eternity.
No, you cannot. And he looks back a moment, back at where the bonfire's at, as if contemplating something.
Is he gonna talk to us about that contemplation, or
Yeah.
just think? Because I'm actually
Well-
confused.
What's
He-
on
he-
your
he-
mind, Peter?
Oh, I was thinking about that sorry fellow who dwells near the bonfire day and night. Well, I appreciate his donations for the rations, but he seems to have given up.
Aye, and that's exactly what I fear.
Perhaps we can try again. But this time we can bring Oscar.
Good
That's
luck
not
convincing
Oscar.
that guy.
Oscar was the guy that died.
Oscar's the guy that we met in the Under the Silence.
Yeah,
Oh,
but Oscar's not here, right?
yeah. How come douchebag isn't a character?
You know, come to think of it, you haven't seen Oscar since you had your long rest the first day you were here.
Neat.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember hearing him about
Okay,
Oscar.
well, if you're thinking about bringing the nameless one with us, I don't suppose you have a strategy for recruitment.
Fair question.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about him.
Oh, you talking about Tetris? He
No,
doesn't seem like the fighting kind.
he was talking about Oscar, the guy that
Oh,
died.
literally. Oh, I thought there was a case of mistaken identity there.
No.
My bad.
Nope. Oscar the store.
I've been known to hold my own, as he gestures to a mace dangling from his belt. However, I have duties here. I must remain to help those who come along the path.
What about
I might
Mr.
ask-
Grumpy Gills over there? Do you think he would take over the role while you joined us in our quests?
I've seen others come and go, but he remains. He seems content to stay where he is. But he does strike me as the mercenary sort. Perhaps for the right price he might move?
I quickly stroll back to the fireplace and just bluntly ask him, "Hey, want to kill some zombies?" Sure, be a hell of a lot more entertaining than sitting around here.
Jeez.
Saying it and looking all undead.
He looks at you in surprise. And why should I risk my neck so that I can look as hideous as you do now?
Damn.
Oh, well, it's chic.
He's not pretty himself.
I'd also be willing to give you a couple gold. And anything else that might strike your fancy within reason.
Gold, you say? Well, heavens! Let's be off right now, then. Or no.
I feel like that was dripping with sarcasm.
Indeed, you also do have a bit of wisdom about you. Gold has little use in this place.
What does strike your fancy? We can make a deal.
He thinks about it. Are you familiar with the essence, the life force that keeps one from becoming hollow?
Humanity?
Frankly, no. I'm kind of new to these parts.
Well, I don't fully understand it myself. It's still a mystery to all. After all, isn't that why we're here? To find the answer. But apparently, there is something that keeps one sane. As he taps the side of his head a few times, keeps one grounded in who they are. Offer me that, and I think I could be persuaded to raise my sword for you.
Point me in the right direction, and I'll.
It is not a thing to be collected and found. No. It is something one carries inside them. I don't know. He shakes his head. No, you don't lose XP. He says, I'd ask that firekeeper if she could speak, but I'm afraid it will remain a mystery for now.
Right, good talk. I turn around looking slightly defeated and walk back to the group. Well, it's worth a try.
Well, he mentioned a firekeeper.
That he did. It was sort of piquing my curiosity.
Do we see any steps or a path that leads downward?
Indeed! From, let me change the map.
I feel
Right.
like I asked
There
for a
is-
description of things like that before we
I
set
said
off.
I said that you're standing on the top of a tower and it winds down circular.
I
Said that.
thought that was the part that we took.
You guys went over yonder.
Yeah, that's
Upward direction. This would be a downward direction.
Gotcha. Well, I look at the stairs and I look back at the group. What say you all?
Yeah, let's meet this firekeeper.
What have we got to lose?
You might make a new friend.
Exactly.
Sure, why not?
Right. I start strolling toward the stairs, bouncing.
And you wind down one level of stairs. It's not terribly long. You get the feeling that this place once had a roof over it, but that was a long time ago. So now the ground is all overgrown with grass. But as you get down to that lower level, and you look around, you behold a small cave that is blocked with bars. A picture like a barred window. And inside that cave is a person sitting there, looking down, looking sad, alone in a dark place.
I whisper to Vincent, "You're a bit better at talking to people than I."
I chuckle slightly at hearing that, and I will stroll up casually and try to approach with a calming look about me and ask, first off, is it a male or female? Can I tell that from where I am or no?
It's a woman.
All right. So I'll just say, who are you, ma'am? As I stroll up to her, calmly.
She looks up as you call out to her, a little surprised. You see that she is fairly young, in her 20s, pretty, blonde hair. She's a little dirty, dingy. Like there's like, I mean, she's sitting in the dirt, so like her clothes are kind of like grimy from that. She looks at you for a moment, and then looks down again.
Since I have dark vision, do I notice, is she completely trapped? Is it like a literal cage?
You do not.
Is just
You don't see any exit out of that small cave.
I ask her, "Lass, are you hungry or thirsty?"
She looks up at you. You see curiosity on her face. She studies your garments as if looking for something. Then she shakes her head.
I will ask her what brought her to this place.
She looks up at you with a brief glance, frowns, lowers her gaze again.
Do you wish to leave?
She at that she like turns her body so she cannot face you anymore, like to the side.
What
And sort of hugs her knees. It's like an annoyed sort of gesture.
what
I
are the
would
bars
like-
made of?
Metal.
Okay.
I would like to elbow Chimera and gesture at the Estus flask.
Yes.
What did you say?
I said yes, sorry.
Oh.
With a question mark at the end of that.
I just kind of do one of those, and tilt my head toward her.
Because you're supposed to know that, sus. You know what a means.
Well, that's why I described it. Tilt my head toward her, like I'm nodding in her direction and looking at the flask, like, hey, implying show it to her. Maybe she'll like it.
With a grunt. He'll look to the firekeeper and be like, "Do you seek something? Perhaps this."
You show her the flask.
Indeed.
She slowly turns to look at it as you present that thing. And she scoots over towards the edge of the bars and reaches out and caresses the flask. And for a moment, the glow inside gets like a little brighter. She stares at it a while longer as she withdraws her hand, and then looks up at you with like a kindly smile, but she doesn't show her teeth. It's kind of a look of encouragement. And then she shifts back away into the spot that she was before.
Thank you.
Well, I wonder if Baron von Grumpy Pants up there was talking about
Talking about what?
the Estus flask, because he was talking about something that she wouldn't tell him, but that was supposed to like be good on the inside.
I am going to slidle over to Himura, and I'll whisper into his ear, "Why'd you say thank you?"
And I give you a look like we can discuss this.
And then I just like do one of those like idiotic, like okay. You know what I mean by that.
Yeah. Well, since you're so alone in a cave, I want to leave this with you before we leave. And I place a ration down at the opening to the bar.
One more time?
I give her a ration.
Oh, okay. She hesitates but takes it, gives you a little smile and a nod. But she sets it aside inside the cave. Peering in there, you could see that there's a bucket, a water skin, and like a little like a tiny square piece of fabric that you might use to like eat off of, if you were on a picnic. She puts the ration on top of that.
Miss, do you have enough water? Would you like me to refill it for you?
She shakes her head and puts a hand up in like a stop gesture, and then calmly waves you away.
Fair enough. Well, may the Lord of Lights be watching over.
She lifts her head just enough to look at you in like a sad, like a look of regret.
I meant no offense. Bless you, lass. And I turn away hastily.
Jeez, what are we doing with our lives?
Are you common? Are you making your way back up, or are you just stepping
Well,
backwards?
I just turned around because now I feel sheepish since I seem to have hurt her feelings. So I'm just kind of looking at you guys.
I got
Shall
nothing.
shall we give it another go? Perhaps now we'll be more prepared, knowing what awaits us.
I agree. I recommend that we hop into the alcoves as soon as possible, and I will have my shield out for sure.
Not getting surrounded sounds ideal.
Probably.
Did we
Nice words.
do I don't recall exactly what the alcoves looked like. Did any of us see them well enough to know if it could work as like a choking point?
It seemed like it would provide cover from crossbow bolts,
And
but
that is what I wanted.
I mean, it's a choke point, but it's also a dead end, which means you're boxed in
Oh,
as they're coming at you.
Right. But with four of us inside, if there can only be one or two coming in, it might be a pretty
Yes.
effective.
but the problem with that is the fire bombs. It might. Is it
They
an
can't throw
AOE
that
or is it a
far,
targetable?
It's a small explosion from what you saw.
So would it have enough to hit two of us?
Probably a 5-foot radius.
And how big is a 5-foot radius in this? Because I don't
Well,
graphic well.
It does not seem to have a radius.
And were those only coming from the archers?
No, those were coming from fire bombs, fire buds.
What?
There was two hollows that were hurling them.
Gotcha. They were on the ground floor with us?
No, they were up on balconies.
Okay.
They seem to have a hard time landing their shots.
They did, and I'm just wondering if they were far enough from the alcoves that potentially they couldn't actually reach us, at least till they came.
Well, without having your own sample to feel the weight of and throw, you can only guess.
Actually, I do.
Oh, that's right, you do, don't you?
Ooh.
You think that they could not be thrown clear across that courtyard that you were in.
Let's do it.
So I will say that at the end, if you wait, never mind. I wasn't alive during that point. I can't say anything. Let's go.
Do you agree, Danny? Should we head back?
Yes.
All right. I'll walk with Danny.
And you go back up the steps to where the bonfire is at.
Another suggestion I want to say: do we potentially want to show Douchey McDouchebag the Estes flash?
No.
Fair enough.
The unpleasant man, dubbed Douchey McDouchebag, immediately greets you as you come back up the steps. Have you seen that terribly morose lass, the firekeeper? She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit, and he nods towards the bonfire directly in front of you. Sad, really. She's mute, and as you have seen, bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd beat her out in an instant.
I stroll past him, and I say, "It was great. She told us where we could find one of those things you were talking about."
He stares at you for a moment and slowly grins. I see he told you what it is I'm seeking, but not very well.
Aye, but it is what you're seeking, so.
What I'm looking for isn't tangible.
Then how will you gain it?
That I'm not sure. But I know it can be given. I've seen it. Fools give it away. But if you're desperate enough, perhaps you will be my fool?
I'll say, perhaps you can give it to somebody, and I will poke him in the chest lightly. Not hard or anything, just kind of like poke him in the shoulder or something. To emphasize my point.
He hardens his brow when you touch him, and his body like visibly tenses, and then he relaxes again. You turn around, you gaze at the bonfire, and you feel its hypnotic, lulling, soothing warmth reaching out, encouraging you to take a seat and bask in its warmth as we drift towards the end of the session and into soliloquy. So, who
I
wants to
will.
go first?
Speaking as Bard, I don't know quite what to say, but I'll go with what I have.
Think of it like an inner monologue. You're reflecting on your character's thoughts. You're sharing a part of your backstory. It's supposed to be not. It's supposed to be like an aside. You know, it's everything you're saying is like meta knowledge. It's not.
Okay.
It's in character, but it's not in character. You know what I'm saying?
I am.
Like you're not telling anyone. You're telling us so that we can enjoy your scene.
All right. So I'm gonna be sitting like right here by the fire or something, just like. And I'll have my head in my hands, and I will just be thinking, and I will think about how today I died again, and how it scares me that I could actually be harming people instead of helping them, which is what I want, especially to help my sister. And that thought terrifies me, even though Baron McDoucher, whatever, he does have a point, but I can't give up hope. There's too much at stake to give up hope and to give in to despair.
Next. Anyone? Take it away.
Oh, I forgot to hold the button.
Nice.
I was sitting here talking, like stroking my beard with my button hand. My character is going to be sitting down, pondering, because the more he thinks about it, this is actually the second time he's died. If we count the first time that brought us to this land. And as I was dying, maybe after, my character couldn't quite tell. He did have sort of flashbacks of the first time that he saw his old mentor. And it sort of made him think about the dragon beast that we saw as we first started to journey away from this fire. And sort of caused him to be a little bit introspective. And then on the edge of his thoughts, sort of nagging at the back of his brain, he's thinking about the interaction that he noticed between Himura and the Firekeeper. He almost feels like there was an understanding passed between them, and he's curious as all hell.
What Daenerys is sitting down, she looks very puzzled. She is confused to why her skill set isn't as strong as it once was. She's pondering on the journeys ahead. in hopes that in time everything will get better, and hopes this bond in the group gets stronger.
Noticing her puzzled and concerned face, I give her a pat on the shoulder.
No.
Hemiura sits, now leather-skinned, dead again. He's grown used to this, but at least he has this fire in front of him now. And thinking down below to the firekeeper, he's thankful for her imprisonment, for it provides him with comfort. She even gave him a gift by filling the Estus flask a little more. Next time, he'll be sure to use it soon. He thinks back to the group when they awoke from their long rest, and how quickly they all joined this way of white. This is something that was very foreign to Hemiura, being from the great swamp in the wild. He would never join such an order, something that seemed so rigid and set in their ways. And looking to the crestfallen knight, he almost admires him, but he thinks the crestfallen knight takes it a bit too far in his desire to see anguish in others. It's not something that Hemiura enjoys. And then thinking toward the battle, dying again, and then appearing back here. That was something he's never experienced. He doesn't want to experience it again. Burning alive and crumpling to the floor. This is something that he has experienced once. Now this is the second time. The third time, this won't happen. He'll make sure of it. Looks up toward the bell. Perhaps the other knight is onto something. Perhaps we're on a wild goose chase. But this is all he has to go on. He looks back down at the flame and is soothed. His thoughts drift.
Meanwhile, in the undead burg, in the aftermath, in the fallen, hacked apart, burned, blasted, hollow corpses, with their gleaming ringmail, shields, and weaponry, a figure skulks about, clad in dark robes, with a sack on his back. Oh, must have been someone come along here. I saw that dragon beast. I know I did. He only comes out when someone new comes. And look what they've done. He scurries over happily to the scene of the battle. Oh, you poor sods! As he looks at the dead people, he picks one up and makes its jaw flap. I'm so dead, but I wish I wasn't. As he smashes the hollow skull playfully and begins ripping the armor, shield, and other gear off of it, stuffing it into the sack. Well, it's all good to be. It's all souls in the bag, as they say. Or I guess that's only me that says that. I don't know. Were you listening, Yulia? Yulia? He looks around. There's no one there. He shrugs. Oh well. Keeps filling his bag until, happily, he throws it over his back, full of swag, and heads on his way. Rewinding slightly. Oscar awakens at the fire. He sees you all there. He rests for a while with his knees up, his gauntlets atop them, contemplating, waiting for you to rise. When suddenly, your forms begin to fade in front of him, becoming more and more transparent, as if ghosts, until they disappear entirely. Oscar rises to his feet, startled. Wait! What's happening? But it's too late. You've gone. He is alone. He searches the shrine. There's no one there. He sets his eyes on the bell tower and the undead burg and sets off towards the city. Rewinding even further, in the kingdom of Astora, a young maiden is deemed worthy to become a fire keeper. It is a most noble profession. She will be revered for her efforts at keeping this flame alight and helping those who would resist the undead curse. But she doesn't want that, right? She doesn't want this life. She feels trapped, but they say it must be done, for her soul burns so brightly. She must be chosen. There are not enough firekeepers in the world. When one is found, they must be put to the task. And so, she tries to escape the night before they are to cart her off to Lordran. She screams for help, runs out of her chambers into the street. She's caught. And to prevent her from calling out for help again, knowing that she must fulfill this task, her tongue is sliced from her mouth. And upon arriving in Lordran, she is imprisoned. As undead herself, she can wait there for eternity, without food or water if necessary, so long as the fire stays lit. That is the end of today's session. Thanks for all for playing. That was great.